The Utah Jazz are kicking off a really cool campaign for Autism Acceptance Month, and it's initiated by one of the Jazz coaches and his wife, Scott and Suzanne Morrison. So thank you for joining us today, and this campaign looks really cool. Can you tell me a little more about it specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it all started with the shoe. I'll let Scott kind of take over. Scott is a big shoe fanatic. He's had custom shoes before that have garnered a lot of attention on national broadcast during his time as a coach. So back in the fall, Scott came up to me and said he had an idea to kind of help honor our son Max, who was diagnosed with autism in 2022. I'll let him kind of...
Yeah, so we came up with the idea of just trying to help a little bit, whether it be raising awareness or maybe some funds down the line, and this would be a good way to kind of get things going. We found a local artist, Jonathan Millar, to kind of customize the shoes for an autism theme, and also a theme for each team's colors. So the head coaches will be wearing them this week in one or two different games, and we hope that both nationally and in their own markets will get a little bit more of attention to Autism Awareness Month and Autism Acceptance Night.
This is really cool. I saw a couple of the shoes. I love the colors, and it's just really awesome. One, that the entire league has really pretty much come on board with this to raise awareness. What does that mean to you both to have that support?
Well, I mean, it means a lot. Just that our colleagues and people in our industry would be willing to step up and help for a cause that's specific to us, but not necessarily to them, even though there are a lot of coaches and people in the league that have autistic kids or people in their family that have autism. So it means a lot, and we really owe a lot of credit to the NBA Coaches Association, who kind of helped drum up all the coaches to be participating, and then as well the Jazz organization has been incredible. All different facets of the group here have helped chip in, whether it be the Clouky, our equipment manager, sending the shoes out, our PR department, our community relations department, Coach Hardy for being one of the first coaches to kind of step up and be on board. So it's really been a group effort, and we're, I guess, speaking for the group, but at the end of the day, we owe a lot of people a lot of credit for helping with this.
You mentioned this is a personal thing to you guys. I know you mentioned a little bit briefly about your son, but why is this so near and dear to you, this cause?
Yeah, so in 2022, our 4-year-old son Max was diagnosed with autism. And I would say it can be a pretty isolating journey. It can be a bit of a scary one as a parent to navigate. I think there's so much misinformation out there. It can be really, really hard to find resources and support and get the right team. I think there's a time period where you're kind of like, we don't even really know what we're searching for and what the answers are and where this is even going. And so for us, we also know what it's like to have no health insurance and have excellent health insurance and everything in between. So for us, we felt like we were in a really great place in our life where we could give back to a community that has been so supportive and great to us. And we started To the Max Foundation, a nonprofit. So when we go to auction off the shoes, we will be fundraising through our platform, and then we hope to give back directly to autistic individuals and their families to help them reach their greatest potential.
Yeah, that's great. Suzanne, what is your hope for this? I know you said you launched the organization To the Max, and with this campaign that's kicking off tonight across the league, what is your hope for autism acceptance, autism awareness?
Oh gosh, I think the answer to that could change
Yeah.
day to day so much. I think we're at a point now where awareness is I think we're a lot more aware as a society, as a community. I think now it's to a point where we really have to kind of dig deep and have a better understanding, open your heart, open your mind to the various ways that autism can present, teach our children how to be more inclusive, to be kinder, to recognize that, the current stats are showing it's 1 in 36 of 8-year-olds in the United States are being diagnosed. So the world doesn't, in my opinion, it hasn't really felt like it's prepared, and we just kind of feel this duty to help make this world a better place.
Yeah, that's great. I also read too that you guys were in Australia at one point and then chose to move to North America for more support. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we had just moved to Australia when we kind of started to notice some differences in Max, and we kind of started on this journey, and it was just I mean, it was really, really, really difficult road because we were trying to navigate a brand new healthcare system. We were trying to navigate living in a brand new country, trying to find answers. Just there's so many wait lists. There's so many hoops that you have to jump through. And we just kind of got to a point where we thought, you know what, we're actually in a really blessed position. We have the opportunity to choose where we want to take our family for what's best for Max. Australia, we're Canadian, we're born and raised in Canada, or the U.S. So we decided to exercise that power. We left Australia. We had to ask the owners of the team to let Scott out of his contract. We had no plan for what was next. We just said we're going to pick a place that's best for him and just see what's going to work. And then we were super lucky to end up in Utah. I was ecstatic. And it definitely took a little bit of time to navigate, but like I said, we kind of got here and really hit the ground running, and Max has the most incredible team around him, and we're just so grateful to be part of that team.
Did you ever connect with Joe Ingles? I know he spent some time here. His son was also diagnosed and knows Utah very well and the support of the community here.
Yeah, sure. When we were in Australia, Joe and I have a mutual friend named Aaron Baines who played a long time in the NBA. Aaron was in Australia at the time, and we happened to get together for dinner and just sharing, each other's challenges with our own kids. He suggested that we reach out to Joe and Renee and speak to them. So I've spoken to Joe a little bit, but it's more Suzanne and Renee that have talked a lot right from the get-go while we were still in Perth. And she was a big factor in, us deciding to move, and just a great resource for us, especially when we ended up landing in Utah for, where the best schools are, the best therapy, things like that. And every child is different, obviously, and face different challenges, but it's nice to have someone that at least has been through the process that can help, advise or give their own opinion on what their experience has been.
So do you guys have the shoes with you, or are they on at all, or who has the shoes?
All of the coaches have the shoes, thankfully.
Okay.
We got them. So tonight, it kicks off. There's, I believe, 8 teams are wearing them tonight, including the Jazz. So Will Hardy will have them on tonight, and the Cavs head coach will have them on tonight, too. So this will kick off the campaign, and it runs through till April 7th.
And then after that, you're auctioning them off?
Yes. So we sent return labels, and we politely asked that they would send them back, autograph them, and send them back. And
Cool.
then once we have all the shoes back, we'll auction them off.
And where can people go buy those and bid on them?
So we have 2 forms right now. All this is happening really fast, so
Yeah.
we're trying to get everything set up so that we have the resources to handle, hopefully, what will be some good interest. But our Instagram page for the foundation is To The Max Foundation, and our website is tothemaxfoundation.org. That's right.
Yep.
And eventually we'll post details on the auction. Right now there's pictures up for all the shoes, and if someone was inclined to donate to the foundation, you can find the process on the website as well.
Those shoes look so awesome. I definitely want to get a pair. I'm hoping I can bid for some. They're great.
That's great feedback. I think people want them like for sale, just at the team store, but maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year. Well, thank you guys so much. I love what you're doing. This is a great campaign.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you for having us on. Appreciate it.
Okay.